Today we're going to be talking about how to find green trades in a sea of red. Listen, lot of volatility out there. I'm recording this video late winter 2022. Listen, you look back at 2022 compared to 2020 and 2021. 2020 and 2021, basically everything just went up forever, okay? And then we come into 2022 and the Ukraine situation was really a big shift, really kind of brought a lot of fear back to the markets. We get oil prices exploding, and now we're dealing with inflation, all of this uncertainty, the CPI, PPI, all this bad economic data, layoffs at big tech companies, a lot of fear in the market. So we see a lot of red days out there. Now, one thing that I'm a firm believer in is, don't fall for the fear mongering, the scaring that you will see. I mean, you turn on CNBC, and you'll think just because the markets are red that day, it's like dig the bunker and buy canned goods and hide under your bed or something. What I see so many people overlook, and I used to do this back when I got started, just because the overall markets are red, just because crypto's down and again oil's down, and there's some indicator come out that bad news or Fed raises rates. One thing great about these low price stocks, especially the multi-day movers, they don't care. They're disconnected from the market. I mean, I think back to the last 7 days. Basically, we've been red every single day the last 7 days after beautiful breakout. Here we went to multi-month highs a week and a half ago, and the last week and a half it's been an absolute disaster. Since then, we've had a 1,000% runner, a 500% runner, a 2,500% runner. Last night, just in after hours, we had a stock go from $2 to $12, 600% runner in like under an hour, okay? So if you're scared of red markets, if you're scared of the fear mongering, you miss some of these amazing opportunities. So how do you find them? What do you look for? Well, the best thing to do is to have a watch list, okay? And you might be like, well, duh. But man, are you actually doing a watch list every single day, every single week, every single month? Are you rolling that watch list over, okay? And that rolling over watch list methodology is something that I've taught for years. I developed it about 10 years ago, and it's not rocket science. It's a simple concept. But basically what it does is every rolling 5-day period, okay? Every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we're constantly rolling over that watch list. So the first thing I do, today is Tuesday, okay? First thing I do on a Tuesday is I come in, I bring up the Tuesday watch list from last week, and I look for what stocks are still hanging around the highs, okay? I do that to find those day 3 surges, that day 3 surge pattern. Remember, the day 3 surge pattern lasts up to about a week. So if I've got some, speculative low price stock, low float stock that's 5 days later still hanging near the highs, always going to be number one, always going to be a rollover. So now if the stock faded over the last few days, over the last week, faded away, volume's gone, I delete it. Then next thing I do is I go back to previous day. So I'd go back to Monday, and I'm looking for those day oneers, as we call them, that have survived into day 2. So I'm doing this process in pre-market every single day. So I want those day 1 survivors that come over. So now I'm going to continue to work back each day for that rolling 5-day period to isolate all of those stocks that air quotes survived. That helps me find the day 3 surges. That helps you find the continuation moves. And it's one of the best way to find the best trades in scary markets. Because what's great about that is you're finding stocks that are disconnected from the overall market. So if everything was red today, down like 600 points on the Dow, all real stocks were red, but we had multi-day runners. SMMT was a great one. Yesterday and the day before, SMMT was one of the best stocks. That stock's been running for 10 days now. And the longer they hang around, the higher the probability. Next is we use Oracle. I tell you, again, if you're on those morning webinars, very first thing after I complete the rolling watch list, I fire up Oracle to find the most volatile, biggest potential movers with a past of big moves. Okay, remember, Oracle looks at the chart history, looks at the day's volume, looks at the catalyst, looks at a bunch of math, Fibonacci's, VWAP, moving averages. It's an algorithm that then spits out the most potentially volatile stocks of the day. So between my rolling watch list and Oracle, in a matter of about 15 to 20 minutes, now it might take you a little longer if you're new, I've got the best, highest probability stocks, and it doesn't really matter what the overall markets are doing. Doesn't matter what the news flow is. Doesn't even really, as much as I love hot sectors, doesn't even really matter what the hot sector is. Because with the rolling watch list and Oracle, I know stocks that are trading unusual volume, breaking key levels, rotating the float, that have catalyst, and those are always going to be the best day trades. And guess what? There's one every single day, every day. Okay? And now the only difference is how many a day are there. Okay? When we talk about this niche, low priced, low float, hot sector catalyst stocks, every single day there's one. Okay? Now some days there might be 2, there might be 5, there might be 10. Every day there's one. If you know how to isolate that one, you don't care what the overall market's doing, and you don't care what the mainstream media is saying. You don't care about that, because penny stocks are disconnected from reality. And if you know how to trade the patterns and isolate them, you can capitalize and grow your account exponentially. Now, these videos are short. They're specific to one topic. If you really want to broaden your knowledge, also check out StocksToTrade Live. We just started StocksToTrade Live a few weeks ago. We go live every single day, 4 times a day during the week. Early morning, midday, mid-afternoon, as well as 9 p.m. Eastern. So what's great about it is different approaches and different times. You can just choose the one that works for you. You know, if you get home from work at 2:30, you can jump on that 3 p.m. webinar. Maybe you work all day, you get home at 7:30 at night, we got a 9 p.m. Maybe you work second shift, you can jump out the morning webinar. Live, interactive, and 100% free. There's basically no downside. Get on the webinars, learn something, 100% free, StocksToTrade Live. Click that link below.